Was like, girl, because a man rejected you, he has a wife, you dirty whore. Hey, what is up, society? It is your favorite wannabe influencer and sovereign Koi, and welcome back to another Reddit story video. Baby, I got some crazy titles here, and I'm super excited. So if you guys ready to get into it, baby, I know that I am. So let's just get right into this video. First story. Am I the asshole for accusing my husband of treating me like the hired help instead of his wife in front of his family? Girl? Hello? I, 34 female, have been married to my husband for 4 years, together for 7.5 years, and we have 2 children, 2.5 and 5 months. My husband was married before we met. He and his ex-wife separated during her pregnancy with their daughter, 13, and divorced after she turned 1. To my stepdaughter, I am dad's wife. I'm okay with that. We get along fine, mostly. She does struggle to be left with me in charge. Girl, put your foot down. My husband knows this. We have discussed this at length. We have worked together to figure out solutions. We even talked with his ex, who is okay with me being around her daughter. I know some aren't. But did not like the idea of her daughter being with me if she could be with her. They don't have the right of first refusal, and didn't get it added after this discussion. So first refusal, y'all, I had to look that up really quickly. It's basically saying that if one parent is unavailable, that they can contact the other parent to take the child from them, even if it's not their day or week or whatever. So they don't have that. And generally didn't love that I would be in a parent role if alone with her kid. What is with that? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I understand that you're still that kid's mother and everything, but this is supposed to be a co-parenting situation. This is his wife. At this point, girl, like, she gonna be around. So you need to set the tone. Like, don't get me wrong. Your kid is still gonna respect her as stepmom. She'll never be her mother. But at the end of the day, you still need to respect her. You still need to be obedient. She's still an adult at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even matter if you're not her mom. And moms, I don't really get this. It always gives kind of bitter to me when a mom is giving their baby daddy or father of their children's wife a hard time when it comes down to their kid. It's just like, it's giving controlling, it's giving bitter, it's giving weirdo. Because moms who, when their husbands or their exes or whatever you want to call them, get into a new relationships, moms be happy about that. Like unbitter, uncrazy moms or, bitter ex-wives or whatever, they be happy about that because, like, baby, go ahead, take these kids. It takes a village. You know what I'm saying? So when people be trying to be controlling and weird, I be like, what's your problem? She has a very big dislike of the idea of step parents becoming just parents, and she has never wanted her daughter to view me as any kind of mother figure. So discussions were had and agreements were made. Why wouldn't you want your child to have another motherly figure in her life? There's not enough mothers, if you ask me. Children need mother figures. Their mom, other mother figures they can look up to and talk to about their problems. It can't just always be you. It literally takes a village. If she doesn't see the motherly role in her stepmother, she's going to find it somewhere else if it's not just with you. Yeah, control that, Bookie, but okay. On to our issue. My husband always has a very busy period of work in June and July, and he's basically just home to sleep and nothing else. In June, his ex is having surgery and will be out of commission in the hospital for some time. The extra surgery was not mentioned to me at all. Oh, but Saturday night while we were in my in-laws' house, my husband started venting about his ex's surgery and her not wanting their daughter to be in my care all day, and his daughter not wanting to have me in charge of her that much, and how he told them I would be doing it and nothing they said would change this. I'm so sorry. I'm so confused right now. Like, why is this a problem? And see, look what this little girl is doing. Like, this little girl is having this mindset of, this little girl can't tell me what to do. She's not my mom, da 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 da. Like, we need to stop this, okay? At the end of the day, this is an adult. And this is your wife. And this is your household. This little girl's gonna have to listen to her at some point. Is you abusing a little girl? Is you making her feel some type of way? Like, what is this woman's problem? You should want the help. You should want the guidance. Obviously within boundaries, so she can't spank your daughter or something like that, but she still should have a say in her care to some extent because she's staying in the household. This is so strange. And now this little girl feel like she got the same guard to be like, no, she's not watching me. Who is you, little girl? Continuing, he was pissed at his ex and his daughter a little for having such a dislike for me being in charge, even though we've gotten along fine. I asked him when all this happened, and he said it had been a few days. He told me she would be with us from the 6th of June until the 4th of July, and possibly longer. That he was already told that he would need to work most Saturdays in June and July. So he told me I need to figure out how to best deal with it. I asked him why he sprung this on me in front of his family instead of discussing it in private. He waved me off and said he knew I wouldn't say no because I love my stepdaughter and I understand that she needs to be with an adult. He saw an expression on my face and told me I couldn't be pissed about it when I know my stepdaughter is still a kid. I told him I wasn't pissed at her. I was pissed at him, period. He told me he couldn't help his ex and his daughter being somewhat unreasonable. Mother-in-law chimed in and offered to take my stepdaughter during the daytime for June. He told her I would handle it. She should be with us. This is when I accused him of treating me like the hired help and not his wife because he wasn't discussing it with me. It was making a decision for me without asking me or discussing things through. It was afterwards he told me I shouldn't speak to him like that in front of his family. Am I the asshole? Girl, no. This woman is weird. Like I'm so confused right now. Like I'm very confused. Like I would understand if this was just like a new girlfriend and y'all been together for 6 months or whatever. Baby, it's been 7.5 years. You've been married to the man for 4 of those years. Like, come on, like, girl, get it together and stop. Once again, stop poisoning your children against these stepmoms and stepdads. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all should want more help. Why are you making your exes? This woman is bitter. I'm so sorry. I just from based off these context clues, like she's being real weird. She's poisoning her child against her. She doesn't want your wife to help. Like she is just a weirdo. I see why y'all got a divorce. When it comes to this kid, you need to lay down the law. Okay, let her know I will be respected. This is not a conversation. You're a child, I'm an adult. Don't get me wrong. Children should still be allowed to be able to speak their concerns and talk about things that are upsetting them and speak their for themselves. Voice their opinions. They should be able to say things that they feel uncomfortable with. That's fine. But they still need to be respectful. Okay? They still need to respect you as the adult, the parental figure, whatever you are to that individual. They still need to do that. And the fact that her mom is letting her kind of just, I don't want to do that type of thing. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. At the end of the day, I might not be your mother, but I'm still your father's wife. I'm still the woman of this household, your child, and I will be respected. That is not a conversation. So, no, you're not. And then your husband is giving very much controlling vibes. Because how you just gonna leech this little girl on me knowing dang what she don't want nothing to do with me? And you as her father, you should be taking responsibility and making sure that she respects me. Point blank, period. So she doesn't have to feel the need to say this type of things, or she doesn't even feel comfortable saying that type of stuff to me. She's a child at the end of the day. Her telling me, I don't want you to watch me. Girl, bye. I don't care what you want. Too bad so sad has to be you. So next time you talk to him, hopefully you get a little update or something like that. Next time you talk to him, let him know. Don't tell me what I am and am not going to do like I'm not grown, sir. In front of your family. Just we talking about what's in front of your family and what's not. Girl, sometimes you got to get these men in check. Moving on. Am I the asshole for resenting my wife for not believing my side of the story? I, male 46, have been married to my wife, Heather, female 45, for 18 years. Oh, period. We have 2 kids, 16 female and 14 male. We work for the same company but in different departments. She works on a different floor of our building. We recently hired a new employee, Sarah, female 30. I helped her a lot with her training, and I even prepared a guide for her so she can catch up on her new role quickly. I told her she could drop by anytime if she had any questions. She kept coming to my desk to chit-chat. Even my coworker Chris, who shares an office with me, noticed. I thought she was new and lonely, so not a big deal. She asked me to go out for lunch with her. I laughed and joked, asking Chris if he wanted to join us. Then Sarah looked at me and said no. She meant just us to talk. Plus, she wanted to buy me lunch because I had been so nice to her. Chris gave me a look. We all giving that look, honey. But I mean, hey, y'all, this could be platonic. This could just be her not being nice and trying to show gratitude. Okay, let's not jump the gun. I told her she didn't have to and that I was just doing my job. She insisted, and I agreed. During lunch, she started rubbing my hand. I moved my hand and changed the topic to my wife, period. Bringing her up repeatedly. Hey, man, keep bringing her up, because what's going on? She eventually said she found me attractive and wanted to be more than friends. Girl, but didn't this man just tell you that he got a wife? Pack it up. What Drewski say? Pack it up. Wanted to be more than friends, suggesting we start with friends with benefits and see where it goes. She said she thought I wasn't happy in my marriage because I was having lunch with her and laughing, while she never saw me having lunch with my wife. I told her I was married and wanted to keep our friendship professional. She didn't like my reply and became quiet. I apologized, but she said it was all good. I paid the bill for both of us since it was so awkward and we went back to work. I received a letter from HR telling me they needed to talk to me because Sarah filed a complaint. She said I had asked her out for lunch, been inappropriate and handsy. and even prepared what? And even pressured her to have sex with me, but she left. I was floored. We all floored, friend. Luckily, my coworker Chris can confirm my side of the story. I immediately told my wife the whole thing, and she got furious at me. She said that she believed Sarah's side because she stands by the victim. I told her Sarah was lying. Chris can confirm she invited me. Also, I wasn't inappropriate. I didn't touch her and I turned her down. My wife rolled her eyes and said Sarah is a gorgeous woman, much younger than me, implying I took advantage of her. I was so annoyed. I'm annoyed, friend, for you. Tell your wife to meet me outside. I just want to talk. I have always been faithful to her. How could she possibly think of me like this? Luckily, the HR issue was resolved and I just had to do some training. I asked to move to another team so I won't be working with Sarah anymore. Am I the asshole for resenting my wife for not believing my side? For taking her side without any proof? I basically barely talked to my wife since the incident. No, you're not. She's the asshole and so is Sarah. I would have filed a complaint against her. Fuck HR, I'm going to the police for sexual harassment. Because if the roles were freaking reversed, like, what in the world is going on here? Was like, girl, because the man rejected you, he has a wife, you dirty whore. Like, he has a wife. Like, you're so thirsty. Like, you're so desperate. You're pathetic. Like, girl, he trains you at work and now all of a sudden you just so in love with him. He mentioned his wife several times. He brought her up several times, obviously making you note. Hello, not available, not on the market, taken. It makes me so mad because women like her is the reason why women who are really sexually assaulted, sexually harassed are literally not believed. Because of bitches like this hoe right here. And then your wife, girl, what is you doing? Your man has never exhibited any of these issues before. It's giving insecure. Like, what? You've been with this man 18 years. Like, why would you believe some hoe that you never met over your husband, who's been dedicated and faithful to you for 18 years, never giving you any reason to doubt him in 18 years because she's young? So what? It's good that he doesn't want a younger woman. That's good. That's normal. He should want a woman his own age, you fucking buffoon. Ugh, I'm getting so mad. You know what? You're going to get what's coming to you, Miss Ma'am. You're sad. You're pathetic. You're despicable. And you're an embarrassment to women everywhere. Thank you. Next freaking fucking story. Jesus. Moving on. This one is titled, No. Just No. I woke up to a chat from my brother asking me to take my troublemaking niece, 16 female. They are handing her over to me because she doesn't respect them and fights everyone all the time. I'm sorry, they're just voluntarily handing you a parental role? Excuse me, consent? Is it in the room with us? They think that I would do a better job being a parent to her than them actually doing the work. What makes them think that this is okay? I'm already having a crappy week due to work and now this? I told them no. That is why I did not get married nor have kids because I didn't want the responsibilities. Period. I do love them, but this kind of entitlement tops everything. Edit. I tried to enforce rules previously, but I got told you are not the parent. You don't have the right to do that, etc. Okay. Niece stayed with me previously, but she stayed out past her curfew, doesn't help with any chores or cleaning, and I'm not the parent. It is not my responsibility to parent someone else's kid, even if it's my only brother's. I have been parentified when I was young by taking care of my younger cousins, so I chose to be child-free. Same, friend. I'm still on the tipsy when it comes down to if I want to have kids or not. That's the question for 35-year-old Coy. But yeah, I also had to participate in raising my own cousins as well. Even if I want to help my brother, my mental health will only suffer because my niece is such a pain. Well, she sounds like it. The girl almost grown. She got 2 years to adulthood, honey. You ain't no helping her at this point. She doesn't want me to correct her or to tell her to do chores. So why would I want someone who would just be a headache to me? Period. It all boils down to this. I love myself too much. That I choose to take care of my mental health than help my brother. That way, I can still help financially without the emotional and mental burden of parenting their kid. Period. This was on the Entitled People Reddit, y'all. Sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier. But anything wrong with this. This is right. What is wrong with them? Like, she's been with you previously too. It'd be different if you had a relationship with her where she listens to you and she respects you, but she don't respect nobody. She don't want to listen to nobody. She want to do her own thing, live her own life, and do what she want to do. So let her do what she gonna do, and go ahead and let her go out on that street when she turn 18 and let her figure it out. I know that sounds bogus. I know that sounds real bogus for some people because they're just like, well, they're a kid. I understand that. Trust me, I do. But when you don't want to listen and you don't want to do what I'm telling you to do, and I'm trying to parent you and you're just giving me a hard time, at that point, baby, you must be an adult in 2 years. At that point, you'll be on your own. You'll have your own responsibilities. Don't come to me because obviously you don't want to listen. Obviously, you want to do your own thing. So I'm going to go ahead and let you. Okay, OP, good for you for setting that boundary. You're saying that you're still helping financially. The little girl don't want to listen to nobody, so there ain't nothing no more that you can do. Then put her out when she turn 18 and let her figure it out, because that life is going to hit her real hard. People are not going to deal with her mess. People are not going to deal with her like that. So if she want to be in and out of jail or, God forbid, on drugs or work a dead-end job for the rest of her life, then let her. But once she turn 18, at that point, she wants to be her own individual, and you can't control that. All right, society, that is it for this freaking video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and share. And if you're new, please subscribe. I would love for you to be a part of my beautiful society. And for all my lovely society members, please make sure to hit that bell notification so you guys are notified when I post. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.